Assalamu alaikum everyone, Juma Mubarak. Inshallah, for this week and for the next 3 weeks we'll be taking up concepts and themes that are central to Islam. This week we'll be talking about Ihsan. Ihsan is often translated as excellence or perfection. It is one of the central concepts in Islam. It represents the highest level of faith where a believer not only submits to Allah through their actions, but does so with sincerity, love, and awareness of His presence. The word Ihsan comes from the Arabic root hasana, which means to do good or to beautify. But Ihsan, what does it truly mean and how can it transform our lives? The meaning of Ihsan is beautifully captured in a well-known hadith where Angel Jibreel asked the Prophet ﷺ to define it. The Prophet replied, Ihsan is to worship Allah as though you see Him, and if you cannot see Him, then you know that He sees you. The profound statement highlights two key aspects of Ihsan. Firstly is seeing Allah as if you see Him is a state of heightened spiritual awareness where one feels deeply connected to Allah and experiencing worship with love and presence. Secondly, knowing that Allah sees you is a state of mindfulness where every action is performed with sincerity, knowing that Allah is fully aware of all your intentions and deeds. While when referring to Ihsan in worship, it elevates beyond daily routines. When a believer prays with Ihsan, they focus not simply on physical movements, rather their heart, mind, and soul is fully entrenched within the actions. Their recitation becomes heartfelt. Their acts of bowing and prostration is filled with absolute humility. This mindfulness fosters a deeper connection with Allah, transforming prayer into a moment of spiritual elevation, as well as other acts of ibadah. Ihsan in daily life is not limited to only acts of worship. It extends to every aspect of life. It teaches us to strive for excellence in our behavior, relationships, and contributions to society. The Quran repeatedly emphasizes doing good to others. Indeed, Allah commands justice, grace, as well as generosity to close relatives. He forbids indecency, wickedness, and aggression. He instructs you so perhaps you will be mindful. Quran, chapter 16, verse 90. 3 things that we can keep in mind with this verse is kindness to family and neighbors, integrity in work, performing all your duties with honesty and giving your best effort, and lastly, compassion to all living beings, being gentle and caring toward animals, the environment, and those in need. A powerful example of Ihsan comes from the life of the Prophet, where an elderly woman frequently threw trash on the Prophet as he walked by her house. One day, he noticed that the trash wasn't being thrown, and he inquired about her, and he found out she was ill. Instead of feeling relieved or angry, he went to visit her and care for her. This act of compassion and forgiveness embodies Ihsan, doing good, especially when faced with hostility. Attaining Ihsan is a lifelong journey of continuous self-improvement and spiritual growth. A few ways that one can cultivate Ihsan is to strengthen our relationship with Allah. That's by spending time in prayer, reflection, and recitation of the Quran, being mindful of our actions, all our deeds, whether big or small, striving for excellence in all aspects of our life, no matter how ordinary or minute that we might think it is. And lastly, practicing gratitude and patience and deepening our connection with Allah to enhance our characters. When we embody Ihsan, we not only draw closer to Allah, but also inspire others through the excellence of our character and deeds. We should all strive for Ihsan in all that we do, for it is the path to spiritual fulfillment and ultimate success, both in this world and the hereafter. Thanks everyone for joining me on this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know if there are other concepts or stories that you'd like me to cover. Until next week, inshallah, toodles.